This is the Beer League Society podcast. It's sports talk, not from the press box, but from the sidelines, from the bar stool. We are locked in and ready to go live. Now, here are your hosts, Cody, Andy, and Jason.
Hey, I'm just a love machine, and I don't work for nobody but you. Yeah, I'm just a love machine.
I wonder what people think that I'm doing in here with this.
Well, that's why I sang that.
Contraption.
Yeah,
Huh?
it's the Cheech and Chong, right? Is that Up in Smoke?
Yeah, I
Indeed.
think so.
There we go.
Which
Happy
I'm trying to
Thursday,
be
everybody.
Yeah, happy Thursday indeed.
We already got Esso and Kevin in the chat. What's up, fellas?
All right, early joiners.
Getting
Committed.
after it.
Committed. Loving it. Thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Get some smoke in there. Come on, boys.
Good to be back. Good to be back.
Dude, I
smoking
cannot
mine up.
begin to tell you how happy I am to be back in the flatlands of the Midwest.
There you go.
Come on.
Okay,
What's,
yeah,
You're rocking the old smoky hat. You
I know, right?
feeling
Because
the vibes.
I'm old and I'm smoky. But no, last week the fam and I, we were in the great Smoky Mountains, Gatlinburg / Pigeon Forge. We stayed in Pigeon Forge, took the boys up there. First time I've been up there.
Some of the best people watching on the planet.
It was good people
right.
watching. Absolutely.
Great. I love that place.
If
good
Branson
pleasure.
and Wisconsin Dells had a baby, it'd be Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge.
I was
There
just
you
about
go.
to say, the one thing I will say is that I don't see any reason why anybody would go there when they can go to the Dells in this area. So it makes no sense. I don't know why we drove 10 hours to get to a place that has
Something
the
you coulda
exact
got
same
to it
stuff
too.
like 2 hours away. Yeah.
2 hours away.
You got the
Yeah.
Smokies, my friend. You got Smokies. You got the
All right,
waterfalls.
well, fair, but I also went to college in the mountains, and that was like already the
This is
greatest
true.
6 years of my life.
You took the victory lap, huh?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
I like to caveat that because I played volleyball in college, and like it was a brand new program. And so like they were D2 NCAA, but the first year they were not. It was like the brand new program. So I had 4 years of eligibility to play after my freshman year because the first year didn't count towards my eligibility. And then that extra year was, well, we won't get into that.
We won't get into that.
Yeah. But yeah,
Sometimes the Great Smoky
I love
Mountains
that.
gets the best of
Preparation
you.
for the
No.
Yeah, it was the preparation for the real world. You were just getting yourself ready, Andy.
There you go.
That's
There
what
you
I
go.
say. College, yeah. So here's some non-funny dad-like advice. This is what my dad told me, and
Start
I'll pass
off
this
on a
on.
good note. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. Pass this off to my children and to anybody else who has children. College is not about like going to school and learning stuff. I mean, it is to a certain degree, but what it's more there for is to learn how to exist as an adult without somebody holding your hand through stuff. Like
Yeah.
figuring out when somebody's not telling you what to do, what do you want to do in that scenario? You know, like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, it's the night before a massive final. I'm going to go out and party and get drunk. And then the next morning I'm hungover AF and I just
Yeah.
blow the exam. You know, like that's before somebody would
It's
be
the
telling
beginning
you.
of the F
don't
around
do that.
find out curve, right?
Exactly.
It's the more you F
There you
around,
go.
the more you find out.
You
That's
guys are telling me all this stuff, and my kid goes to school on Tuesday.
When? Yeah, Tuesday. I was about to say.
Tuesday.
Tuesday. I'm driving him down to Mizzou.
There you go.
Fun.
Tuesday. Yeah. And we're over
heavy
here talking
dose
about.
of adulting. Heavy
go.
dose of adulting.
Yeah,
I would say college is where you learn how to learn, right? And that's not always school. Like that's
Right.
that's you learn how to
Fair.
life in a lot of ways, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
say I didn't know how.
Yeah,
to
that's
study
exactly what I
until
was
went to college. Yeah.
See what's funny is you guys are all telling me that you guys had to learn how to adult and do all that. If you guys had to do all that and I had to do that, as far as the curve is concerned, you guys were kind of like up the curve, kind of going towards the riser, right? Yeah, this generation, they're a little farther back on the curve.
A little lower on the curve.
On the learning curve?
On the life curve.
In the life curve.
The adulting doesn't come easy.
Well, does this have anything to do with the fact that you had to change an alternator in like in a parking lot or something?
That's a big yes. That's a debate for the comment section here. So
it's not the reason.
It's not the It's not the reason. And then have him there sitting there going like, Dad, we got to go. Like, we got to get out of here. And I'm going, dude, you serious? Like, I just got to drop this battery in. Like let this go. Like, no, if this thing breaks down in college, he's screwed.
Yeah.
There's no figuring it out.
He'll learn how
working
to learn,
the problem. Right. He's going to learn. He's going to get a heavy dose of learning how to learn. So
right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, I think we're all due for one of these. So
that's right.
What's everybody drinking on tonight? Andy, I really hope it's something from the old Smoky.
No, you know what? Yeah,
Moonshine tonight.
Okay.
What a wasted opportunity. No.
It kind of was, but trust me, nothing was wasted. It just got drank before I could even get it home.
Actually, I have a bottle of Old Smoky over there.
Yeah, I got a couple bottles left too. I should break it out.
Yeah, like Moonshine's interesting. Like, you know, the whole Old Smoky thing kind of brought it like mainstream, but then you had like the Moonshiners TV show back in the day and stuff. When I was in college over there, like I had no idea. We were getting popcorn Sutton stuff. Like kids were just, you know, driving. They had connections, you know, to the literal stuff straight from the stills in the woods.
Straight from the woods,
and,
yeah.
Exactly. And they would bring it to these parties and all the Southern kids would like just lose their ever-loving minds. They're like, oh my God, we got, you know, Moonshine. And I'm like, that stuff that was in the jug with the XXX, I ain't touching that shit. What are you talking about? But little did I know that like the whole, you know, like Moonshine business and, you know, was just at the peak of taking off at that point. And I didn't appreciate it. Much like a lot of things. I appreciated the mountains in the Blue Ridge Mountains where I went to school, but I did not appreciate the Moonshine parties as much. But Old Smoky, we did go to one of the stops on the island.
Oh, yeah.
It was on the island in Pigeon Forge, and
it's a cool area back there.
It is cool. Yeah, we had a blast over there. But yeah, it was. Ironically, I went to the liquor store the night before and picked up a bottle. I tried to get a local bottle. You know, went in the absolute
went
literally in Rome for like bourbon. You might as well pick something up. I picked up a bottle of like this O&B bourbon, and then I was looking at it more closely, and it was distilled and bottled by Old Smoky. So then we were like, well, now I got to go do the tasting or whatever. We did a bunch of tastings.
Great deal, by the way. The tasting?
$12.
Yes, you get a lot of alcohol for $12.
My favorite is the short stand, like walk up tables, right? The high tops, and then buckets in like garbage cans like everywhere for puking. Like that's my favorite part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's Old Smoky, and then there's what? Is it sugar something? What's the one on the end there? Oh, I went to Gatlinburg, not Pigeon Forge, but there's Old Smoky, and then there's sugar something or other.
Yeah.
Both of those are pretty good.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
No, but it kind of pissed me off though, because one of my shots they were like, oh, now we're gonna give you a bourbon. It's O&B bourbon. I'm like, well, I just drank like literally 2 glasses of this stuff before I got here. I just drank it. And then so like I passed on like one of the shots, the pickle shot, I think it was. Like they had like
it was
pickle.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it was.
You gotta try it.
But like because I passed on it, the guy's like, well, you get a special shot, and he tried to like get me like he didn't know who he was dealing with. He tried to get me.
Oh. And then he didn't know about you. Got it.
He didn't know about me. No. Yeah. Like I say that like I'm something, but like, no, he gave me the shot and I took it back and I was like, oh. He looked at me like I knew right away that he was like trying to get me on something. Cause he looked at me for like a second, you know, he'd give me the stare. He's like,
it's like, I grew up in Malort. There's not
exactly.
Our taste buds have been dead for decades.
He had it like, yeah, exactly. He had it like covered and then he takes takes it off, and it was the 153, which is like their 151, like
Just a little bit more.
153. Yeah, just a little bit more. Yeah. But
Mine
I took
to go
it.
to 11.
7-minute abs. 7 minutes.
Yeah, right. Exactly. But all right, fellas. Well, lots going on around the league.
Yeah.
Some exciting trades, some insane trades, some suspension news, some injury news, all the things.
When we leave and we take a week off, that's when everything happens. What 2 days after, or day after we take the day off, or after our last show, Micah Parsons gets signed in this deal.
Dude,
Mega.
talk about
blows everyone's mind.
Talk about like the full like story arc in the course of like a couple of days. Like, to your point, I was like sitting there watching this unfold, and I'm like, God damn, I wish we had a show this week, because like it's gonna happen, and then all of a sudden it did happen, and then like they didn't go to obviously the Bears, which I'm sure a lot of people are happy about, but yeah, it was like a full story arc. But man,
2 days after that, I go to camp. I go to training camp, watch a bunch of fights. It was great.
Oh yeah, man, we had so much going on. So we got a lot to cover.
Yeah, we sure do.
So, but I guess we could start with Parsons. 4 1s.
Yeah, four 1s.
What?
That's crazy.
That's insanity, people.
That's crazy talk.
That's insanity.
He basically just like deleted the Chargers from the draft for like the next half a decade.
Yeah.
Right.
Like there's no, like they probably can save themselves so much money by not flying a whole entourage out for the first round of the draft, because there's no point. Like, you're not
Right.
The Chargers aren't drafting for a half decade over here.
You mean Dallas? Or no, you mean yeah. Sorry.
No, Dallas got the 4 trades.
Right.
Oh,
right,
wait,
right.
Sorry, you're right. Yeah, Dallas. Yeah.
I was so confused. I was like, wait a minute.
I'm flip flopping it. Yeah, they got Parsons, but yeah, they just deleted Dallas from the draft. Sorry. Yeah.
Right.
Drink another one. Have some more old.
Yeah. Well, by the way, we've got Drew watching the stream from the bar. So talk about dedication.
Wait, like
from the work phone.
Yeah, nice.
Watching from work phone at our bar.
Nice. Now you just need to stream it up on the big screen.
Yo, yeah.
Our bar sounds like a place that you could probably pull that off.
Our bar is our go-to on Wednesday nights after softball. It's a Buffalo bar. Like, the owners are from Buffalo, and their wings are freaking phenomenal. So nice. It's they know to like leave a table that fits like 16 people every Wednesday night, because they know we're coming, because we come every Wednesday night.
I'm smelling a show on location at our bar.
Yeah, we've got we actually have Jason. I can't remember if you were on that episode or not, but we have a possible on location really nice golf course down here. Probably the second best golf course behind Heritage, or behind Harbor Town, which is where the Heritage is shot. He's like, hey, if you guys want to do a live show, let me know. We'll make it happen.
I think we might need to do that.
Yeah, I don't know if like we're our live show like tour is quickly booking up at this point.
it's going quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, we've only been doing this for like a couple weeks, and we've got 2 live shows that we already have to plan somehow now. Our bar and
our bar, and notice everything's down there over by Cody.
Well, hey,
yeah, I mean,
to be honest with you,
nice.
You want to do an on location at Wisconsin Dells? I mean, like, you want to add that one to the tour right now? We could just
Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg.
Yeah. No, I'm not going back there. I'm sorry.
Come on, it wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't bad. It's just there's just no reason for me to go there. If I'm gonna go there, like that area, I'm going somewhere else. I'm going back to my school, going to like somewhere in Blue Ridge Mountains or something like that. There was no reason. It was just the same shit you can get at Wisconsin Dells. Same prices, same stuff, just stuck on a mountain somewhere rather than in
Come on, they got
flatland of the Dells. We didn't go on that because the boys were too young.
Oh, there was lots of things up there for them to do.
Drew said they wouldn't put it on the TV.
Hey,
Assholes.
Drew, I respect you trying to get it to happen. I respect that.
Tell them we will take them off the tour right now. I will strike that R bar right off unless they can put us up on the big screen tonight.
You know the drinks are flowing because they're already talking. They're talking about batting me lead off next year. That's how you know the drinks are flowing at R bar.
R bar just sounds like one of those places that like all the guys go to after a softball game. You know, like.
It is.
That's
great.
Just like,
it really is great, though. It's like
I wonder how many R bars there are
like
across. Yeah, fair. I wonder how many R bars there are across America. Like, just sounds like, your quintessential.
We got a similar one called Time Out West, and we just used to go there all the time. Same type of deal. Same type of deal. So, all right. So we got the Parsons trade. We got 4 1s going out the door. Absolute insanity.
Yeah.
And then we got a couple of suspensions. We got some news that was just breaking again about Miami going out. Where did they go? Can't remember. Did they go up to? Oh, they went to go practice with Detroit. And word is they got absolutely throttled in practice.
Yeah.
And
which I don't know.
So it looks
I don't know
like McDaniel's not having a good time in his 4th year in Miami.
Yeah. I saw the highlight reels of Amon-Ra St. Brown just absolutely torching that DB.
Well, you knew that was going to happen because they joint practice with us and we tore them apart. Like our defense just like shut them down from what I heard. So I had to imagine. I mean, now I'm not going to go ahead and say that Detroit's better than us or worse than us at this juncture, but it's like it's not surprising that. Seems like anywhere Miami's going, they're just getting fucking annihilated right now.
Well, it's if you watch the Miami game against the Bears, on Sunday, you hear these reports. You kind of watch them play, and they don't have an identity. There's just nothing. There's nothing there. Like they're kind of all over the place. I think Tua's a great dude, but he's a hit away from being on a stretcher, and they just don't have an identity. They don't know what they want to be, and that
their identity is raw speed and just outrunning everyone. Like, I guess you don't have to have good technique if they can't catch you.
This is true, but
you got to get them the ball first.
That doesn't seem to be working out. Yeah,
that only works when your quarterback can stay upright and get him the ball.
Mm-hmm.
The Tyreek trade rumors are starting to creep up a little bit from what I hear as well too. So
Tyreek is doing nothing but holding that team back at this point.
Yeah.
He's a huge distraction. Don't get me wrong. He's fast. He's an incredible route runner. He is a distraction and I personally would like to see them get the ball back to Waddle again. They've got Achane, who's an absolute speed demon. I mean, I personally think he's like, if they can get anything for him and just turn that into something else, like it's now, and that's not to mention that they're still trying to repair the relationship from at the end of last season when he was like, I'm done. I'm out of here. Like, I'm not, this isn't it. I'm not. And then he had to go back and apologize to his team. And they're like, no, it's not, it's sorry is not going to do it. You're going to have to, you have to do a little more than that. So they're still trying to figure out their internal stuff, let alone trying to figure out how to win football games. But they've got the speed for it. They just got to put it together.
Yeah. By the way, what's going on with the friggin' Browns? Like, are they basically just hiring an entire cast of convicts or what?
Well, breaking news as of a few hours ago, Judkins no longer facing suspension or legal ramifications because it doesn't mean the NFL is not going to go and do some sort of
right.
But they tend to let the legal system play out first before they do any sort of reprimands or
exactly. So he waived his right to a speedy trial, whatever the hell that meant, I guess, and then like basically said, I want my lawyer to have more time to figure out what to do next, and then all of a sudden the charges get dropped. I'm like, what? That's kind of interesting to me, but
yeah. Who knows what's going on with that?
But
their entire offense is a big question mark. We still don't know who their quarterback's going to be. Shedeur Sanders went out there and made a hell of a conversation about it, and then he got hurt. So
right.
Then he goes and gets
remember that last episode where we were talking about how we were gonna there was some Vegas money out there, hopefully on like all 5 of the quarterbacks that they brought into camp would start at some point throughout the year. I was saying plot twist. What if none of them start?
None of them start because they're all injured.
Yeah, Flacco's the only healthy quarterback left on the entire list right now, and like
that's because he hasn't played.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. He hasn't played a game yet. Like, that dude's
Give
like
him 3 plays.
Right. Pretzel legs is about to crack like the first snap he gets back there, I'm sure. But then they went and got that Texas guy, Isaiah Bond. He's got a rap sheet too. Like he got another one cleared of criminal charges. But they sign him. It's like, do you guys just like openly sign like people like that
they're willing to
have
take
criminal records? Yeah. Take whoever, exactly.
Want. It's like,
right.
It's like Dallas and like the Browns. They're like, screw it. Sure, let's give him a $260 million contract, guaranteed. Right. All they're going to do is go out there and get Justin Tucker, and they've got a hell of a situation going on over there.
Yeah.
You got to rename themselves to Mean Machine.
Seriously, yeah.
I got a few names.
Yeah, schoolyard.
That's
schoolyard.
Okay, so I just dated myself with the longest yard reference, right?
Yeah.
Prison yard football for
prison
all
yard
you
football,
youngins who don't
Burt
remember
Reynolds,
the movie. Yeah, Burt Reynolds, man.
And then Adam Sandler.
Burt Reynolds. And then a very sad remake with Adam Sandler and Chris Rock.
It was entertaining. It wasn't great, but it was entertaining. It had its moments.
No one believed that Adam Sandler was going to be a quarterback at any point in time. I didn't think at first that Burt Reynolds would be able to pull that off, but it did work.
But it's Adam Sandler. Yeah, exactly. It was Adam Sandler's movie though, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So he's got to be the lead.
He always plays the lead. Always has the hot girl wife.
Sandler gets the girl. That's the
right.
That's the whole genre. The whole genre.
The whole genre. Yeah. And I mean, like I remember, like he's actually pretty decent at basketball. So anytime they show him
he is good at basketball.
in a movie, they have to like show a couple shots of him playing basketball because he's kind of good at that actually. So yeah. What a life!
Football, not believable.
Yeah.
It was like when you saw Unnecessary Roughness for the first time, and you're like, "What? Keanu Reeves going to play quarterback?" And then you watch it.
That was Replacements.
That was the Replacements.
Oh, the Replacements. Sorry,
and that was a great movie. So before you speak any sort of
oh no, I wasn't.
You bite your tongue.
I wasn't. I was just gonna say that when I first heard about the Replacements and Keanu Reeves playing quarterback role, I was like, it was not believable to me. And then I watched it, and then I loved it. Yeah, he did a great job.
He did great.
In his Keanu type of way. He did a great job.
All right, I got some quick hitters. Well, one of them is probably gonna bring up some discussion, but we'll.
Before you do that, we hit the chat. Apparently, some Scary Terry. Rumor mill. They're closing on a deal with the Commanders.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, the Bengals have been saying that with Hendrickson for 2.5 years. So I don't know. Call me jaded, but I'm rooting.
People got into
Terry,
a room.
Though. I like Terry. Right?
Yeah, it's got to happen. It has to happen.
The fact that it hasn't already though is already concerning to me. Like
that is true.
What the F? At some point, there is still damage done. Like
there is still damage done. I think, and if it doesn't happen, you're going to see a drop off like no other. So I think he's got to have a toy to throw. Daniels has got to have a toy to throw to, and it's got to be Scary Terry. Yeah, for sure.
Well,
it's a match made in
heaven. I'm rooting for him.
I am too.
I'm gonna come in hot on this one right now. Hey-o, everybody.
Good choice of words too.
This is the second time now that this has happened.
Yeah.
This is.
Can you believe it happened on draft night, and then once again, you pray it's like a autocorrect.
Adobe Premiere has autocomplete going on.
No, it's not. It's not autocorrect because if it was autocorrect, like, do you know how hard it is to get any text message to say penis in the first place? Don't ask me how I know this.
Right.
But like it already autocorrects it to something different all the time anyway. So I don't know why Penix.
They weren't on a Mac, Andy. They weren't on a Mac.
Yeah.
That's what it was. This is going to be the gift that keeps on giving for the next 5 to 10 years, however long Penix is in the league.
Somebody's getting fired over this. Hopefully.
Well, you know what's funny about this? This distracts from a last name like Rude, right?
Distracts from what?
A last name like mine, right? So
Like
it makes me feel good inside. No, I'm just saying. There's people with worse last names, and it makes me feel nice inside that I'm not. I don't have the worst last name.
Yeah.
So
that's fair.
even though this isn't the poor guy's last name.
I know. I saw something on draft night when they did it. All of the memes, of course, were going crazy. It was like, this is the second quarterback in the last 20 years that the Falcons have drafted who is a mobile quarterback whose name is one letter away from being a male organ.
That's a good point. I never even thought about that. That is so true.
Yeah.
That's
Michael,
crazy.
both their first names, and one letter in their last name. Like the.
That's funny.
That's
all right. Let's see what we got next here. Here's a good one. Derrick Henry. So we all know his stats. Probably, you know what? We all know his stats from NFL. Probably from college a little bit too. Look at these stats from friggin' high school.
That is
Are you
absolutely
kidding me?
Freaking bonkers. Yeah. 153
Are you
touchdowns.
kidding me?
That's unreal.
So, like, I was digging into this one a little bit, and I forgot who it was, but one of his like coaches early on said that
Saban.
He struggled. Well, yeah, it was Saban. Yeah,
it was Saban. I was just about to reference that.
Yeah, Saban said that he, like when he got to Alabama, like he struggled with
block.
Yeah, didn't know how to pass block. He didn't know how to do like nearly anything other than like run the ball, because he said, "Oh, well, when I was in high school, all they did was turn around, give me the ball, and told me to go score a touchdown."
Right.
And it like, and this stat line like straight up proves that point. I don't know how you're getting 153 touchdowns over like I don't even know. He had
1,400 carries. What?
1,400 carries. Are you kidding me?
That's craziness.
I've got to see this tape. You got to break that down over an 8 or 9 game season for high school.
For high school, yeah.
Someone do the math for me in the chat. What make the math for me, because that is an insane amount of carries per game.
Yep.
If he's getting, you also have to think, if you got Derrick Henry and he's getting 1,400 carries, they're going to state there's no other way that the math doesn't
100%. That's got to be regular season
plus.
Right. That's regular season plus playoffs for sure. But
deep into the playoffs.
But that even let's stretch it to a 12 game. That's still
outrageous.
It's what is that? I'm an art major.
That's still
100 carries a game.
It's I think it's like 45 a game or something like that. It's over 8 games for 4 years. Like it's a lot.
I gave up. The math causes me to make funny noises when I try to do it in my head.
It's like 45 carries minimum.
There's a buzz
if they're doing 8 game seasons.
Right.
That's crazy.
Right. 45 per game. That's just crazy.
I love that clip though from Saban talking about it. He's like, he's like, he said he literally at practices his first year. He's like, "Coach, you gotta give me a second. You gotta let me figure this stuff out, because I've never done any of this stuff before." He's like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Coach, they just turned around and handed me the ball and just told me to go score. Yeah. Like I didn't block. I never stepped back in protection. Like they just gave me the ball and I ran it."
Right. Yeah.
Crazy.
It's backyard football. That's what that was. Street football.
Right. It's like Tecmo Bowl or something. You just Bo Jackson, turn around, give the ball to Bo Jackson.
Right. You run all the way back to your goal line.
All the way back to your goal line.
Yep. Have the whole defense follow you, and then you just
You do the
zigzag back and forth.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. And then you just make every single one of them miss. All 11 guys on the field just miss.
And head back up the sidelines, right?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll never forget that picture of Mark Ingram going out after he had graduated. He was already with the Saints at this point, and he went back to do the coin flip for an Alabama game, and he was standing next to Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry made Mark Ingram, who's a pretty stout guy, look like a kindergartner. Like it was, he literally was like looking up at him like this, standing next to him. It was you got to find that picture because it's outrageous. But it's crazy. Derrick Henry standing next to Mark Ingram.
I'm the one who got all these pictures. You go find the picture.
I'm saying after the stream, go find it. It's freaking hilarious.
Yeah. All right, are you ready for the next one? Because I think this next one's probably going to cause some discussion, maybe.
All right,
but
let's see it.
I'm sure everybody saw this one. This is the QB tier list.
The tier.
Literal
Starting
tears
QBs
streaming down my face.
Average tier rating.
Right.
Colored by tier. Yeah. Okay.
This is a survey panel of 50 NFL quote unquote industry experts that ranked this. And and we could talk about the Bears for a little bit because you know what? Damn it, this is our podcast and Jason and I outrank everybody.
You outnumber me.
2 to 1. The Bengal.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about the Bears
talk
for
too
a minute.
much. You see where he's at.
Exactly. Well, okay. Yeah, no, it's true. And you know what? I'm not really gonna defend them at this point because I don't think that there's anything there to suggest that he needs to be higher. But I also subsequently think that a lot of these folks that are on this list that are rookies or second year people have not done enough to deserve to be higher either. But this led to, I think it was Colin Cowherd that had a video. I think Jason, you sent it around, but like
crap take,
just an absolute bullshit take. And like I said, I'm not going to defend Caleb Williams, but I am going to defend him on this one because basically you could see where this shakes out. And he said Caleb Williams is tier 3, but he said something like 14 people on this poll had him in tier 4. And he said that's Russell Wilson tier, like as if that was like, like negative. And like that pissed me off because like that's such a freaking terrible take. First of all, 14 out of 50 is not enough, clearly, math-wise, to make him drop into the 4th tier. So you're just cherry picking the 14 people that out of the 50 to try and say that
30%.
Right. I can make the same argument. I can flip it around and say I'm sure there was probably 14 people that maybe had Russ in tier 3 because he's clearly right at the very top of tier 4 right now. So like you can just make the same argument that like he's, Russ is higher. You can cherry pick that whole thing. Like it just drove me nuts, but I don't know if there's anything else.
You put Daniels 6? Come on,
6
people.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's brutal to me.
Yeah.
I'll throw my little 2 cents out there. One, obviously I'm a big Joe Burrow guy. I think Allen and Jackson belong above him in this list, personally.
So that was what I was going to say. I was like that whole discussion. There's a whole discussion there to be had.
Yeah.
Not only is he high, but he's tied for first.
Yeah, I think Hurts is too low.
I think that's crazy.
I think he's shown more than that.
100%. He's won Super Bowls. Come on, people.
Yeah. So personally, I would honestly probably have Allen, Jackson, Mahomes, then Burrow. Obviously, Mahomes has the Super Bowls and all that stuff. But as far as like pure like their team absolutely relies on them 100% of the time. I mean, it's Burrow, it's Allen, it's Jackson. Like they're in a league of their own. I feel like. Exciting news! We are officially on the TVs at our bar.
Yes,
we made it happen.
So we made it happen. Text me a video or a picture. They're sending everything in Snapchat, but officially, so bar. Got a tip of the cap. We've made our first bar appearance. So There we go. Hey, that's one for the cheers.
Yeah, cheers, boys.
Cheers
to all the people in our bar.
Fellas.
Yeah, that's watching us right now. Thank you.
That's hilarious.
I'll tell you this right now: the takes are not going to get any better because we're on TV right now. Like, don't worry, it's just straight garbage the whole time.
Oh, we lost Jason. The spotlight was too much.
It was, yeah. He's like,
once
I can't
he realized
take this
he was on the R bar, he's like, it's too high.
No, the hives were starting to kick in. Like the sweats, the palms were sweaty. Mom spaghetti, something like that. I don't know. But.
Yeah, you want to get the chat all riled up again. Just say, Jaden Daniels, he's too high. He is. Get all the. So, again, I feel like these are never cut.
No,
cut and
he's
dry.
Too high.
I mean, he balled out last year. Again,
he did.
If it's a what have you shown, that's a different list than like what have we seen. All we've seen from him is performing. Right? We've not seen him perform poorly. Now he doesn't have the accolades, obviously, of a Mahomes or Allen or anything like that. But give him time.
I'm sure there's a laundry or like a measurable percentage of all these quarterbacks on this list that probably put together a season that compares to Jaden Daniels. One season that compares to Jaden Daniels. That's the problem that I have, is that this is like purely speculative. Yes, he had a good year, but he's only been in the league. Like I just, in any of these lists, I can't put people who've only been in the league 1 year so high until they can prove that they can continue that the following year. Like you're riding highs, the right schedule, the right alignment.
I will politely disagree. He had 1,300, almost 1,400 yards, or no.
The more repetitions you get at something, the faster you can be at that stuff.
I won't even give him the excuse. He had 3 freaking OCs last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's insanity.
Tough. That makes it tough.
That's just, you can't expect somebody to be successful when you keep moving the goalposts. So
I do want to be clear. I did not say that when you respectfully disagreed. I was not saying that his production wasn't great. I'm just saying that anything that he learned from anybody other than a guy named Thomas Brown needs to be thrown in the trash.
Right.
Because if it was Waldron, if it was Eberflus, if it was anybody else who was in his ear, anything they told him needs to be thrown in the trash, because that was a dumpster fire of a coaching staff. I had no idea. In fact, I defended that coaching staff sticking around last year, and I had no idea just how bad it really was. And yeah, so that needs to be thrown out the window. So essentially, I'm looking at it like, to me, this ranking is like, what is Caleb Williams ranked at, having little to no experience in the league? And I think that's a pretty fair ranking.
I think it's fine. I don't have as much I don't have a much problem with where he's positioned as I do with the hot takes around him being in tier 4. And then you got poor Kenny Pickett in tier 5 all by his lonesome.
Right.
He's the only one.
To be fair,
we made a tier just for Pickett.
Right.
just to put him in there.
To be fair, I think tier 6 Browns quarterbacks. So like, I think they've got 4.
They've got 2.
Yeah.
They've got 2 on the bottom. Like the rest of their quarterbacks didn't even make this list, but they've got 2 on here, and they're like the only other team that has 2. I think is what? Yeah, Cousins. Yeah, Cousins and the Falcons are the only ones that have two quarterbacks on this list. But the 2 Browns ones are bottom tier.
Yeah, the Saints starting quarterback isn't even on the list, but the backup is, because Rattler's not the starting quarterback. So
I didn't even notice that. That's hilarious.
It could be worse. Yeah, because Tyler. So I've been saying it Tyler Shaw. I think it's actually Tyler Shuck. Is how you say his name, that they drafted, I think the 2nd round or something like that. He's number 1 on their depth chart. He's not even on the list. So it could be worse.
That's great.
This is true. This is true. Well, I find it interesting that Stafford was put as high as he was. You got all, again with these lists, man. the list.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah.
Stafford's going into the hyperbolic chamber after practice every day now. I don't know if you heard about that. There's some like Airstream trailer at their camp
facility
that showed up. Like he showed up in like street clothes, and then instead of going to practice, he walks into this like Airstream trailer, and somebody did like some digging. It's like some Aaron Rodgers level bullshit.
Yeah. Well, so
voodoo.
I don't know. There's a God, I can't remember his name, but there's a a guy that makes like football videos. And he did one about obviously with the whole Christian McCaffrey thing last year, everyone's like super skeptical of like, all right, what's we haven't seen this person. What's going on? Are you downplaying it? And then they're gone for the entire year. So everyone's like, what's going on with Stafford? And it just cuts to him in the background going like he's like standing on sideways. He's like, what's up? Hey, he's fine. He's a veteran. He doesn't need reps. He's like, does he need to stand like that? What's going on?
Does somebody want to like brace him from falling over or something?
It's like he's fine. He's fine. It's not a problem. He doesn't need reps.
He does this sometimes. You just let him go.
There's something going on there, and they're being a little cheeky about it. Oh, we got Jeff in the chat. What's up, Jeff? I think this is his first time in the chat. Howdy.
Oh, nice. Welcome.
He said, to his point, Vince Young. So I didn't see his message when it came in, so I don't know to what point he's talking about.
He's comparing Caleb Williams to Vince Young.
Caleb Williams to Vince Young.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe, yeah. Jeff, let us know what you're referring to.
Are we good with the tier list? I do have one more interesting tidbit. I'll share it again.
Well, I wouldn't mind to see what your top 10 would be in that QB list. God. I think we criticized it pretty well, but I don't think we talked about where we would change.
We kind of did. I like Burrow up there, or I like Mahomes obviously at 1. I would maybe like
I'm a big tier approach. It doesn't need to be 1 through 5 or whatever, but like first tier, second tier, like.
I mean, like first, like to me, Lamar Jackson. I think he, between him and Jalen Hurts, like Jalen Hurts needs to go above Lamar Jackson in my opinion. I feel like at this point.
Above Lamar Jackson?
Yeah, I think he does.
Ooh, 2-time MVP.
Yeah, but Super Bowl.
Lamar Jackson.
But Super Bowls?
I mean,
or Super Bowl.
Push.
Super Bowl.
I mean, that's fair.
They
need to be close.
As soon as they ban the push, he's losing 13 touchdowns a season because he's scoring 13 touchdowns from the 1 yard line.
It's not all fantasy stats though. For me, I just think that he gets
you take
dogged
13
on a lot.
touchdowns away from anyone's stat line, they're going to look a lot less impressive. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, I mean you're right.
All right. So we keep saying this, but is this not Jackson's year? If he doesn't go, at least to get to the big dance this year, what is going to start to be said? I mean, you could say the same thing for Allen too, but there's going to be questions.
Well, they already said that Lamar Jackson was in the league. Was it 2 years before Burrow? Burrow hasn't made the playoffs the last 2 years. He has more playoff wins than Jackson does.
See, I do think that tends to like creep in, like the if you kind of like fly under the radar for a couple years, people give you a little bit of a pass and they just like start to look at the totality of your career. But if you continually like get so close and lose every time like Jackson has, you get put under the microscope. So like Burrow comes in and he gets into the playoffs and then he drops out for like 2 years, but people have him ranked as tied for number 1 in the quarterback at this point.
He threw for 47 bajillion yards last year. So.
Yeah, but like I guess what I'm saying is that like you could again like I guess it never fails to confuse me what these rankings are based off of or what people use in their mind.
We need more context. I agree.
They always just throw these rankings out there arbitrarily and say, okay, yeah, this is our ranking. But it's like, what did you like every single one of these 50 people could have just come up with some different criteria.
Well,
for
it's just based on a survey, right? So
right.
they
exactly.
probably asked them to stack.
And maybe that's
took the average.
Maybe that's the point, is to like keep it like ambiguous and like make it seem
they were ranked by
newsworthy
experts,
or right.
Let's call it what it is. It's clickbait that gets people pissed off, and they get comments in the chat. They get comments on the post. Right. Speaking of comments in the chat, Jeff said Vince Young balled out, made the Madden cover, and then went to shit. So I think Jaden is ranked too high too soon.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Okay.
Now I see it. Yeah, you're right. He did make that Madden cover like great. It's again just any
the
like,
kiss of death. That Madden cover is
fair.
what that is.
In my list, I don't put anybody in the top 10 that hasn't played for 2 seasons. Bottom line, that's the take that I'll stand behind on this list. We could argue flip-flopping, we could argue tiers, whatever. To me, the take that I'll stand behind is that nobody that's been in the league for 1 year deserves to be a top 10 quarterback. I don't care if you're breaking records. Show me you could do that 2 years in a row, then you've proven yourself to me. Even just 2. I'm not asking for a lot. I'm not asking for Mahomes' sustained success, or I'm not asking, I'm not trying to downplay the fact that you had, like, let's say the best rookie season of any quarterback in history, but that doesn't automatically vault you into the top 10, in my opinion. You need to do something and then show you could do it again, because anybody in a bottle for 1 season, not anybody, but a lot of people can. Vince Young or and some of these other folks, but
Jaden Daniels
do that 2 years in a row, and then you deserve to be in the top 10 conversation.
Yeah, Daniels at 6 is crazy
wild
talk. Crazy talk.
I guess Baker Mayfield at 11 is kind of wild too.
I mean, but he like as soon as he left Cleveland, he's been really sneaky good. Like,
does he have 2 again? Does he have 2 years? Like, I guess yeah, last year he crushed it, but the year before, was that a crush year? I don't know.
Let's see. It was decent. It was
decent.
Bad.
Yeah, I think that was the start of the rise of Baker Mayfield.
Last year he finished QB4. The year before that, QB10.
Okay.
And then he was in LA where he wasn't the starter. He was still somehow QB29, and he didn't even start most of the year.
Okay.
And then he was in Cleveland, where he was the first 3 years he was QB 16, 18, 18, which is fine. I mean, that's respectable QB2 range, right?
Right.
But the last 2 years, as soon as he came to Tampa Bay, top 10, top 4. So sneaky good. I mean, I'm telling you, he's not getting the love that he deserves. I mean, I think we're so tainted by what could have been in Cleveland, and then
right.
But Cleveland's going to do what Cleveland does. Hence the 5 quarterbacks that are on the roster right now.
Yeah, it's not like they got rid of him and things got any better for them. So
right. Having Baker start for those 3 years really threw off their 3 quarterbacks a season for the last 12 years thing. So like they're just catching up this year, right?
What in Love at 13?
Yeah, that's a little high for me too.
I do not understand the love affair with this team. Now, granted, I'm a little biased. Right. And he was at a very pedestrian season last year.
Very pedestrian.
So
the season before that, he had a good season.
Before that, he definitely he was like definitely top 10. Was he top 5?
Right. But you put him over Purdy?
I feel like Purdy is another one of those. He's an unsexy pick because he was Mr. Irrelevant, but I'll be damned if he hasn't performed.
Right.
As I'm saying, he was QB. Yeah, Love was QB 5 2 years ago, or like the season before. Last year's QB 17, which is still respectable. But
but Purdy is punched way above his weight for years now.
So far, everybody but Daniels has because lack of data. Everybody that you mentioned, aside from Daniels, has kind of averaged out somewhere in the vicinity of what they performed at for the last 2 years.
And we haven't talked about Herbert either. And you're putting Herbert over Goff?
Yeah, again, I think Goff, like a lot of this just seems speculative to me. Like it does say 2025, so I'm assuming that means like what they're speculating this year is going to be. That has to be for this quarterback. Because
Mahomes
I do think Goff
does not make sense if it's for 2025, like this season. I think that's too high.
Fall off. Yeah, he's gonna have some fall off. I think he goes to 3.
Yeah, we'll see.
Mahomes this year?
Yeah.
I think he falls out of top 5.
You think so? Wow. That's a hot take.
Out of performers of this year, I think he falls out of top 5.
That is a hot take.
He's trending in the wrong direction last year.
He was.
Travis Kelce is not getting younger, and he is his number 1 target. And I don't know if you saw the podcast where we had Taylor the other night. That dude is 1 foot out the door because he is living in fantasy land, living the dream with Taylor Swift. He doesn't care about anything else right now. Like he is.
But he did admit that for the first time.
For sure.
He admitted that. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see because I think if you admit that, you're signing yourself up for additional scrutiny from your organization at this point. If you show up and if you go on a podcast and you say, yeah, you know what? Ever since I started dating Taylor, I feel like my performance on the field has not been up to par. If you say that, and you better damn well know that
they're crawling up the wall.
Yeah, exactly. Your team is hearing that right now. So either you're putting yourself. That's what I mean. Is one of two things going to happen? He says that because he's like, I'm done. I'm out the door. I got or he's like, you know what? Yeah, this is a challenge to myself to figure out if I can, like focus back up and figure out if I can still play in the NFL for a little bit.
You said the quiet part out. He said the quiet part out loud. You're not supposed to.
He did, right? You never say the intrusive thoughts out loud. Like that's
right.
There's a reason Taylor Swift is using big fancy words and
right. That's all I do. Like, this whole podcast is me just saying the stupid part out loud.
Right. But
he is a day away from a ballad being sung about him. So
I'm sure he's already got a song in the new album. So if not 2, I'm already guessing because Joan. I watched the episode. I watched the podcast with Joan last night because she's a big diehard. She's a big Swiftie. So she's eating it up along with 6 billion people. Like, but it's interesting.
And they're all bashing the cover of the new album too, which is, I thought it was nice.
I thought it was nice, but
I didn't see
their own, I guess.
I know nothing of these things.
Yeah,
and I'm happy that I will live in my blissful ignorance.
You're handsome. That's all that matters, Jason.
Exactly.
Something
but
like that.
no, so I mean, honestly, well, and here's the thing: as dog shit as his season was last year, comparatively, obviously, I mean, he's elite the last few, previous years, like tight end 1 or 2 of the last 6 years, something like that. He still came on in the playoffs when it mattered and got, took them to a Super Bowl, And I think that goes to what we were talking about with the whole dynasty conversation a few podcasts ago. Of when you get to that point, when we were talking about Fat Mahomes, you get to the point where as long as you can do what it takes to get to the big dance, it doesn't matter how pretty it is, and they came on in the playoffs and they got Wally stomped in the Super Bowl, but they got to the Super Bowl. So
right. All right, last point before we move on to the last hot. I think you had one more hot take here.
I do. It's not a hot take, but it's just one more.
Yeah, one more or quick thing. So, okay, So and Andy commented in the chat that Drew and Lyle has Caleb way too high. Here's a thought provoker for you. All right, the Vegas over under on Caleb is 3,650 yardage, 3,650 yards for this season. That's 200 yards more than he had last year with no offensive line, no OC, horse crap coaching. Do you take the over or the under?
So let me throw this out there. The Bears have never had a 4,000 yard wide receiver in the history of the franchise.
4,000 yards.
Oh my God.
Passer.
breaking
4,000 yard
news.
passer. What'd I say?
Yeah.
They've never had a
Jesus
4,000 yard
Christ.
passer.
I'm gonna get that fucking tattooed on my arm.
I knew I was gonna get Andy on that one. I was like, that's only 150 yards more than any quarterback in the history of the franchise has ever thrown. So
yeah,
right.
But
so,
he did that against all odds. He almost got there against all odds last year.
He had
as a rookie quarterback.
3,400 yards with nothing. The Vegas line is 36 and change. Do you take the over or the under?
Over.
I'm going over more because Ben Johnson, personally.
Well, right.
Because he lost Keenan Allen, which I think was a veteran presence, in the wide receiver room. But I think Ben is going to be the thing that's going to push him over that. I would take the over on 36, personally.
One of two things.
Go down to the R bar and start knocking some heads here.
One of two things is going to happen for the Bears this year. Either, and it's not going to be both, in my opinion. They're either going to beat their last year's total in wins, or Caleb Williams is going to get 4,000.
Chad's choosing violence in the best way.
Oh, I like it. I'm here for it.
I'm so for it.
You totally are.
Dude takes 10 yards to throw the ball. Is that guy had the best wide receiver room in all the league? Yeah. No.
Still does.
No, he didn't.
I think Joe Burrow would have something to say about that.
Yeah, Joe Burrow would have something to say about that for sure. But okay, so debatable that 25 he does.
What?
Fair. I mean, Luther Burden's a sleeper pick for sure. I think he's gonna be a huge, and now you got two tight ends to throw to that are just absolute dogs.
If you include the tight ends, you've got a special receive.
It's a pretty special, yeah. But he had a dog shit coaching staff last year who literally would probably have told him to throw the ball behind him if they were to continue on this year. He existed in spite of that team, and he showed some flashes towards the end where when he said if you watch half the plays at the end, the last couple games where he willed them back into the game. He claimed he couldn't hear what the coach was saying on his headset, so he called his own plays. He called his own plays. He called his own plays and he scored. Yeah, I'm not trying to send this guy to the friggin' Super Bowl or put him in anywhere near the top. I won't even say top 15 at this point, but he's going to make a jump, and he has to make a jump at this point this year. And so I have to go over on that because he did that all in spite of a staff that was working against him last year. I have to go over. Not much, but over.
This year will tell. There will be zero excuses if he doesn't take that step up this year. 100%. Everyone gave Trevor Lawrence the 1 year pass because of his first year, right? You can't count the Urban Meyer year, right? He did great the next year, and then
right.
The progression stopped. So we'll see
for Love Island next year. This is good stuff.
I
love it.
The dude can paint his nails, dye his hair, wear a polka dotted anything. I don't care. Let the man throw some touchdowns. It's fine by me.
We've gone through this because Chicago is a hard town to just show up with painted nails in. It's not. It's not easy to do that.
Much about that than it is. I mean,
they did. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Let the man wants to paint his nails. I can care less what he does.
Yeah.
As long as he's throwing touchdown passes for me, that's fine by me. He do whatever he wants.
If you haven't already seen it, if you haven't already seen it, you gotta look up the Shane Gillis skit about he was what did he say? It's if the trans community just wants to turn people, it's they just need to get a good hard-nosed football team. He goes, there's entire franchises about just a good football team. It's there's a whole movie called what is it? Remember the Titans, where they're in the deep South in the most racist town, and they were 4 weeks in, and they're like, get those guys off the field, and they're wait, the high school team's 4-0. Wait a minute, there's whole franchises about all they need is if they could just somehow get a team to beat Alabama, Like
they'd be
it changed
fine.
everything. It changed
everything. Yeah. The whole narrative changes. Yeah.
Right.
All right, what's that last take,
goodness.
Andy?
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me pull it up. All right. This one's a weird one, but it's an interesting one. Here we go.
Can't wait.
The anticipation.
Very odd but true. Devontae Smith became the first player drafted from Alabama to score a touchdown in the Super Bowl. I'll caveat this by saying I think this person meant score a receiving touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Right.
Somebody can check me if that's not true, because I mean I think not Derrick Henry, but like I feel like there's got to be somebody who scored from QB like a throwing touchdown or a running touchdown, but
well, Hurts is from Alabama, right? And he threw a touchdown.
Yeah,
like,
you're right. Yeah,
that was an Alabama to Alabama touchdown.
Right. Well, there you go.
That could have been the thing.
So I guess
an Alabama to Alabama touchdown.
Good question. Who? Yeah, like if Hurts threw this ball, who is the one who gets the touchdown first?
They both get them.
Well, I know. Yeah, but is there any like?
So, I would say that Devonta gets the touchdown, and I don't know. It's a chicken or egg situation.
Yeah, totally is. I mean, I would vote Hurts, considering he was the one who let go of the ball first. That eventually ended.
Yeah, but in his hand when they scored the touchdown.
Right.
Whose hands was it in when they crossed the end zone?
Right. Yeah. This is good. Yeah. Like these are angles I haven't not even thought about. It's like, like if you've got a record that's about to be broken and say two people, like let's just say touchdown record, and two people are involved in that particular touchdown, a quarterback and a receiver, is there any way to determine who gets that record first or last, for that matter?
Well, let me throw this out there. How many holes does a straw have?
Fuck.
I mean,
God damn it.
If we're going there, we're going to go there. How many holes does a straw have?
God, what?
That's going to be a short.
How many holes does
it have one long hole, or does it have one hole at each end?
No, we got it. Got it.
I mean, I guess the same logic could be applied to a throw. Is there a beginning and an end to a throw, or is it all just one complete? No, you're right. I think that makes a lot of sense. It's the same thing as the straw theory. Like like you could say that the throw left his hand, therefore he got the touchdown first, or you could say that the throw landed.
Spent too much time on this.
No, this is the type of stuff that keeps me up at night. Fuck you guys.
Yeah. By the way, Drew, new favorite, Matt Martin, dead to me. I just want to throw that out there.
Matt Martin.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
it's fine.
Yes.
Drew says Bengals they'll make the playoffs.
Yeah,
Matt Martin, the Bengals are Walmart Redskins.
Right.
Great QB can't turn in the wins.
We'll see.
There's only so much you can do. I mean, look, what more could he have done last year?
The freaking Redskins knock out one team last year in the goddamn playoffs, or was it two? How many playoff wins did they have? Fuck.
They had two, I believe. I think they had two. They had a wild card, and then I believe they got their.
That's it. Put Jaden Daniels sixth in the fucking.
All right, so Essel says two.
Back to Williams.
They got two playoff wins. Damn it, they deserve to be up in the.
Okay.
Or he deserves to be up in the top 10, I guess.
Yeah.
No.
It was two.
Sorry.
It was
Sorry.
No. I'm
top 10.
I'm 1,000% teasing. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah.
I still think Jaden Daniels belongs in the top 10.
No.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
Wait.
Top 10 at least.
You're saying that with seriousness?
Dead. Yep. He's played 1 year. He's played 1 year, and he has not finished. Was he QB5 last year? What was he last year? And I feel like top 10 is fair. I'm not putting him in top 5.
This podcast is over.
He finished, what was he, QB 5 last year. We have not seen worse than 5. I'm throw this out there. He got drafted after Caleb Williams, right?
Yeah, and he got QB 5.
And he got QB 5 rookie year on a
let's take away
team.
Let's take pedestrian, please. Let's take away
Scary Terry and who else? Who else on that team is worth a hot damn anymore? Austin Eckler 5 years ago, maybe. Name one person outside of Scary Terry on that offense that's a top 10 at their position, top 15 at their position.
They had a tight end, didn't they?
They do have a tight end, yes, on the roster.
On a roster, they haven't had a
I
decent tight end. They have Zach Ertz, but when he's on the field, they haven't had a good tight end since Reed, and he couldn't stay on the field. Tony Gonzalez is the last great tight end that they've had.
Why are you throwing shade?
You really think that Jaden Daniels brought that team up?
From what did they do the year before with basically only adding him? Who did they add outside of him that took that team to the playoffs, deep into the playoffs?
Who's
the
Commanders fan that's in the chat?
What?
Who's the Commanders fan?
Drew
in the
is.
Chat? All right,
Drew is the Commanders fan. But I'm not playing that to him. I put Patrick Mahomes in my top 5. I can't stand that guy. I'm trying to be.
Cody just wants to be able to walk into our bar and get a couple back slaps. That's all. That's all that is right there.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. But
he's gonna be a legend at our bar.
That's why I said they're a pedestrian team until he got there.
I can't do it.
Shit.
Okay. We're going back to this damn list again. Okay, if he's at 10,
pull the list back up, Andy.
If he's at 10, who you bumping out of 10?
Throw it back up. I'll tell you exactly who's bumping out of 10. So tier 1, I think is Mahomes, and I'm not saying in any particular order. Mahomes,
the top
Burrow,
5 can be
Allen, Jackson. I think Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Jackson. I think Hurts goes up into the top 5. I don't know how he can't be.
That's what
Daniels, I think Stafford bumps to tier 2. I think tier 2 is Stafford, Daniels. I'm fine with Herbert. I think Prescott probably goes up a little bit. I would put
Stafford, Goff, Herbert.
Yeah, I would move CJ Stroud down a spot or 2.
Mm-hmm.
I would move just because he had a great rookie year.
Okay,
but
so you're moving.
He had a sophomore slump.
You're moving Hurts up.
Yep.
You're moving Goff. Okay, so Goff.
How is Hurts below CJ Stroud? I'm just realizing that.
Right.
Yeah.
I think he needs to be in the top 5 to me personally.
Agree. Yeah. And I said that earlier, and you guys. Well, I guess I said he was going to leapfrog Lamar Jackson, which I suppose is fair.
I
think that's craziness. But Love's at 13.
More Super Bowls.
Purdy's at 14.
Oh, sorry. Right. You said in Mayfield, to your point, has been having a very sneaky.
He's been good. He's not in the top 10 for me though. I mean, he's borderline, but he's not. He's
borderline. He can move down. Based on what you told me where he landed, I could see him at 11 because he kind of averaged out there. But he very easily could be like down a spot or 2.
Oh, wait, okay. So Cousins is at 25.
Yeah, dude,
he did not play well last year.
No,
he's not even the starter on his own team. The crazy part is he's above the starter. The starter's Penix, and he's at 28. Yeah. So the fact that Kirk's even in the top 25 is kind of crazy. If you think about it. I mean, this is 2025 we're talking about, not historically.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, but I was talking historically. Historically, he would be higher in that rank.
Yeah, I think so.
In my opinion.
I think Sam Darnold would be lower. I think May would be higher. I think I'm not a believer in Darnold personally.
You're ranking Darnold higher. Okay, if you're looking at this historically, you're ranking Darnold higher than Cousins? No way.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think last year Darnold was screw it, JJ's out there somewhere, and he was, and it made him look better than he really is.
Right.
But yeah,
God, I'm loving this chat right now.
Oh, I haven't even been able to see it.
Caleb has the biggest weapon in his bedside table.
Because I'm purposely not looking at it because
John, that's John. that was like top take.
That's a take and a half. I'm sorry. Anyhow,
I'm not looking at it.
I'm gonna show this real quick too. Yeah, before we end, I'm gonna show. This is kind of cool. Like you're gonna see a little bit of some other stuff, but like I want to share what YouTube did.
Oh my goodness.
We got top, like a ranking over here. So I'm going to show this. We got rankings for top fans. So I just wanted to shout out to SO and Drew,
Lyle. Here we go.
Because I think that's pretty cool. They ranked you guys based on your chat engagement.
I'm on there. I think for responding to chats.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you respond, you're on there.
I'm surprised Pixel Mix was that low because he's in every stream and he's always chatting too, which is interesting.
Yeah. Well,
is that just this stream? That must just be this stream.
It's just this stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, they just made some. Didn't they just make some algorithm changes?
They made a bunch of algorithm changes. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe this is a new thing that they're doing.
John said that's bullshit. I have like 5 accounts.
If you're talking historically, Rodgers is the top 10. Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
I
mean,
exactly.
That's not wrong. That is definitely
not
it's
wrong.
a Bears fan. Yeah, Bears room. But yeah, that's.
Well, no, that is absolutely
totally
accurate. Absolutely accurate. So,
but again, like, yeah, it's like now I'm like
historically, Kurt goes way up.
Cousins?
A decent bit.
Kurt goes up from 25 historically.
Yeah,
Cousins
he goes
up
top
from
15.
25. I'd say he's at minimum top 18.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
So,
anyway,
good conversation, gentlemen.
Tuesday is the day for you, Jason, huh? You sending your boy? What?
Sitting in the kid.
Are you guys
there?
You guys heading down there with him?
Yeah, Tuesday I'm going down. Bad alternator and all. Well, I'll have to drop that out. So
figure that out.
There's a question for the chat. Replace your alternator yourself or send it in to get done. It is absolutely bonkers how much they want for dropping an alternator.
Alternator is not that bad. I've replaced 3 of them in my first car. So
it depends on where it is.
Part and like
on a Honda, you got to take half the damn car apart to.
I had a Honda Civic.
Okay.
So
it depends. Yeah, so, it totally depends on where it is.
I did have skinnier forearms then, so like a little easier to get to the tight spots. But
so I'm in your camp though, Cody. I'm absolutely I just in good faith or in good conscience I can't pay $400 or $500 in labor costs to replace an alternator. It just doesn't.
Go to Napa.
Well, get a
refurbished alternator for like $100 and then put it in yourself.
They're $400 now, cheapest.
Oh my gosh,
cheapest.
But like for
a Honda
that's kind
Odyssey.
That's kind of the point. Like, look at what you have to drop in order to change the alternator. I don't think that's an unfair price. It's just depending on where you put
alternator for a rebuild. That's not chart like it's okay. Now you're looking at about $120, $150 in labor charges. You're looking at over 3 hours of labor.
But what do you have to drop though? What do you have? Because you're going to have to drop all that stuff too. Same stuff they are.
Sure,
Jason,
sure.
Here's the thing. So Drew brought it up. We were literally going to a Savannah Ghost Pirates hockey game. I was driving the group. Going over the Savannah Bridge, I blew a hole in the thermostat housing. Literally going up the bridge. On the way back down, I made the second period from the blowing a hole in to my stepdad Jeff saving me, grabbing a part, bringing it to me. We changed it in the parking lot of a Savannah Trolley Tours business. I made the second period in that game.
That is That is, you get a little. There's like a little stamp when you go to heaven. There's a little stamp that God puts on your man
it's a
card.
man card moment.
Right. He just puts a little stamp and it's like that. It's like that meme of that grizzly guy, right? That they just zoom in on his face. He's that's it right there.
That was it.
That will be me. That will be me tomorrow in the garage. When I get that done, I will take a step back. I will look at it, and I did that.
It did help that when I did get to the Ghost Pirates game, I was showered with beer from like Drew Lyle and Gabe. So
nice.
Always
Good
have
job,
a buddy
gentlemen.
there. Having a buddy there with a cold beer waiting for you is a move. That's a friend move right there.
Right. You know what a real W looks like. That right there.
Yeah,
right there.
That's the company you keep. That was a all right. These guys are all right moment.
Nice. Nice. So yes, on Tuesday I will be driving Honda down with said new alternator to go watch the burdenless Mizzou Tigers adopt a new son in my son Caleb.
There you go.
We will.
I think what Jason said is he's your problem now.
Right. Nice. All right, gentlemen. On that note,
it was a great show.
It's good to be back, boys. Good to be back.
It is very good to be back. I know 2 weeks ago when we said
for making me feel bad.
I think it was 2 weeks ago that we stood here all dead ass and said this was the last Thursday without football before February, and we were wrong, much like we have been on
like
pretty much
a week later.
Everything we said tonight.
Literally
and
a week
all
later.
14 other episodes in the past, we've been wrong about everything. So it's not surprising that we're wrong about this, but
I think
in any event,
the saying was after Thursday, it's the last week with football until February, which is true.
Gotcha.
It was not the last Thursday though.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. You got it.
Roll tape.
That was the technicality. Yeah, like I thought it was the last Thursday, but
I interpreted that way as well.
Week.
So therefore, if both Andy and I perceived it to be, then that's what it was.
It is true.
You can't change it now.
So we'll blame Cody for that one since he was the one that told us to say that on camera in front of our bar.
I'll take the L.
So he's gonna take the L.
He'll take the L, and we're all consistently wrong. So
we always take the L.
Shout out to unofficial sponsor, our bar. Like
yeah, we'll be there soon.
Our bar.
Trust me, I will.
We're gonna take
when we start
all of our
the East Coast tour.
All of our 55 subscribers will be head down to the R bar.
I think 40 of them are there right now. Apparently.
Touche.
Yeah. In any event, thank you guys for listening. We had a blast as always, and we will see you next Thursday. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notify button,
so all the buttons,
like all the stuff.
Everyone's changed their algorithms. It's not even
all.
views anymore. It's likes, follows, subscribes, comments. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, you know what to do. Keep doing it, and yeah, if you're if Facebook, I guess. Shout out to Cody for setting up the Facebook. We got a Facebook page
and
now. And Instagram. So hit us up on those if you want to, if those are your preferred platforms. We'll keep it here on YouTube for Thursday nights because this is what we like to do. So
if you missed it, go back and watch the intro. Andy is having fun with it and added a new intro, which I'm a big fan of. I mean, I look like an idiot, but you guys look cool, and it's I like it. So
it's
all right,
terrible.
Boys. Good shit.
All right, guys. All right, we'll see you soon.
Love y'all, and we'll see you soon.
Next Thursday.
Peace.
Cheers.